First and foremost, I would like to thank the World Education Congress, Dr. Bhatia, Nisha ma'am, and his entire team for organizing such a nice conference on very relevant theme for today, that is emerging technologies in education for sustainable development. I know it's a hectic task, and sir, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share some of my views on this topic. Uh, well, before I begin, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Ajay Shah. I have worked in academics for almost 22 years. Prior to that, for 5 years, I was in industry where I used to work for different IT companies in different capacities. So, since we have this very august audience of faculty members, professors, directors of the several institute, what I just intend to do is put more questions rather than answers. And we'll just browse through, navigate through some of the challenges that we as an educationalist, especially in higher education, are facing, and how this emerging technologies or AI could probably help us in overcoming some of these challenges. So, I come from a small place, but slightly being popular these days, that is Jamnagar, and we are the part of Oshwal Education Trust. So, under the reins of Oshwal Education Trust, we have almost 15 institutes running different courses right from school to higher education, and we have been ranked 4th best business school in Gujarat by Business Today consecutively for almost 3 years. Till say 2019 or little bit of 2021, our institute USP more or less has been like experiential learning. So we had almost one event every 2 months. So in a year there used to be 6 events, and these events used to give a lot of experience to our students. An entire execution of these events was done completely by the students, and that is where all this management concept, whatever they are learning, they get a chance to implement it or experience it on how it is done. Having said that, one of our first challenge that we as an educationalist are facing is accelerated growth of knowledge. The person who has completed his medicine in 2014 and the kind of knowledge that he has got today, it is just 6% of the total set, because there is so much of new knowledge getting added every day, and that makes a person really obsolete. So, this is a knowledge curve what we have. I like this quote which somebody told me, that we are preparing the students for the career of tomorrow based on knowledge and skills of yesterday. And do we have this guts to say to our students that by the time you come to semester 4, whatever you have learned in semester 1 or semester 2 is going to be obsolete, and you will be left with nowhere. So that's again one of the biggest challenge what we are facing, that earlier in 19th century it used to took almost 100 years for a knowledge to double. Now the knowledge is getting double in less than 50 days, and this growth, this acceleration is to grow on day to day basis. Dr. Rahul told me that when we used to give topics to the students, they used to take around 3 to 4 days in preparing a PPT, but today you have apps like Gamma where they can just prepare a PPT within the click. So, the Gamma would give them everything that they want. Chat GPT will give you a code, whatever code you want. There are tools like codeit.ai, there are tools like debugger, which can actually find out bugs in your code, rectify it within minutes and give it to you. And we like it or not, students are already using it. They are using it, they are far ahead with it. So, how do we address this challenge of knowledge getting doubled in less than 50 days, at the same time students being more active users of AI than we as a faculty could do it? Can AI help us on that? Well, let's see. The second challenge what we are facing is, in terms of growth of our population. So I was also doing some Googling and chat GPT activity yesterday, which told that there are almost 41.4, again this 21-22 census, which says there are 41.4 million students in higher education in India. So that's almost 4 crores, more than 4 crores. And there are almost 265 million in school education. So that is, we are looking at 26 crore. Now imagine what will happen when these school children gets into higher education and ultimately they get into the workforce. Obviously, till now we have been talking about the demographic dividends that we are enjoying. But are we in a position to make these students employable? Just 2 days back, Nandan Nilkani in his interview to moneycontrol.com told that IT is going through a slowdown because AI is taking over a lot of routine and mundane jobs. So the coder might not be required because AI will do a lot of coding for you, and a lot of automation things might come up. So how do we challenge? How do we overcome this challenge, and how do we come up with this solution leveraging technology where this demographic dividends what we have enjoyed will continue to do so, and it does not become a ban rather than a boom. The third challenge what we have, yeah, again, if you see, we have highly diversified socio-economics. So the students which are coming, they have very different levels of understanding, levels of socio-economic background. At the same time, their need have been very different. Like 5 years back, pre-COVID, we used to segment the students into 3 categories. Like there was one category, we call them business MBAs. Now they were the one who wanted to do an MBA just to enhance their visiting card and get into the business of their father or an uncle, so that they can either upscale their business or just keep their business it is. Now this segment wanted only this much which could be readily applied to their business and they can start working on it. Mind here, please excuse me for my words, but we had a small segment which we used to call them marriage MBAs. Now this marriage MBAs, wanted to do their MBA just to enhance their kankotri and look for a better prospectus. Yeah, we need to accept that, it's a fact. And again, from a place that I come on where people are relatively economically well off, they had their own preferences and own priorities for doing MBA. There was very, very small segment who actually wanted to do MBA and build a career on that. So we had a segmented approach. But now what is happening is that size of the segment is growing smaller and smaller day by day. At the same time, everybody is expecting that I get a personalized education, personalized skill set, personalized attention from my teachers and faculty members because I'm paying. So that expectation has increased tremendously. At the same time, we are all aware there is going to be a terrible shortage of teachers in the coming years, and this again is going to be a very crucial. Forget the qualified, even the people coming into this teaching profession has decreased. Earlier we used to get around 8 to 10 applications for one post. Today that has reduced to 3 to 4 because they are no longer interested in getting into teaching, and even they just want to explore the things and move on. Or like I'm waiting for something to happen in my career. If that is not happening till now, let me explore teaching. So that's again another challenge what we as an educationalist, we as the directors or principals of the institute need to address. Can AI help us or can do something about it? Well, third challenge what we have been facing is NAP. All said and done, all looks little nice on the paper that there is a multiple entry and multiple exit. Every year you complete, you get some certificate, some diploma kind of thing, and at the end of 3 years or at the end of 2 years in an MBA program, you get a degree. But can we imagine a scenario what kind of confusion it will happen to? Like just this young generation has been exploring live in, they have been exploring the living in education also. Believe me, we'll have a segment of students which want to do first year in one college, maybe another 6 months in second college, second year, third year in another college, and some other course as such. We have students doing internship in different areas in different regions just to explore, okay, am I fit for this? इसमें मैं चलूँगा या नहीं? And move on. I don't know, but Rakesh Godwani once told that this generation will be exploring 7 different full time careers during their work life. So it will happen that I might be a full time manager in HDFC Bank. Suddenly I leave that and get into farming. So maybe मैं 4-5 साल farming करूँगा, or again I might change my career after that. So this is the kind of generation we are going to address, and this is how their work life will become. Again, NEP says that you need to give maths and music. There will be students who will be learning physics and psychology at the same time. So do we have infrastructure, the teachers, the the entire ecosystem for that, where we can address these two? Can AI help us in that? Well, that's what we need to explore. Again, the fourth, India has paid a rich, till now we have got very high dividend in terms of a digital India. Gone were the days where 2 GB used to cost us a lot of money, and we used to wait till night to download something. Today, these generations are downloading things at a click of a button, and thanks to Geo, the digital divide has reduced. But again, what AICT says is that going further, each and every student has to learn or earn 40% of his credit online. So obviously, on one side, for the management, it might reduce the load, but again, online learning is a pre-recorded lecture. To what extent a students would be engaged with that, and a student who is less motivated for doing any course, to what extent he'll be learning online? So again, 40% online, which AICT is telling us, to what extent it will help us or not, we don't know. Again, there is a rise of virtual university under that National Skill Education Framework. You can earn a degree on a virtually in a virtual university, and that degree would be recognized anywhere. So we have a scenario where a student might be doing an MBA from GTU, but parallelly he might be doing, say, digital marketing from some online virtual university. Again, a student might be working somewhere, and along with his work he might be doing it. So when this virtual university things really pick up, what will happen to our educational institute? What will be the teacher's role, and how we are going to cope up with a person who might have a degree but lack a skill set? Like there are tools like AI for Bharat, which is again by IIT Madras alumni, and they have this tool where you can convert any language to any language. So it's speech to text, text to text, or speech to speech as well. So I can interact with a person who is speaking in Tamil in Gujarati, and I can teach him in Gujarati and he will understand in Tamil, and vice versa as well. Again, there is one tool called Bashin, which is on a similar line, which is backed by Nandan Nilekani Foundation, where again, he is looking for a lot of speech to text and text to speech conversion, and we can interact in any language, because India has almost 22 official languages. There too, again, we have 100 different kind of dialects and several other things. So how can we address this? It is an opportunity, at the same time a big challenge also, or vice versa. Again, what we see is there is going to be a rise in open source AI. Now, this provides an excellent opportunity for us as an institute as well as for us to develop a customized model. See, in our country where the things are so diverse, the students are so diverse, their socio-economic backgrounds are so diverse, the level of learning is so diverse, open source AI can actually help us in designing our own customized model that would fit my students and my institute. So that is where we at our institute have developed a lot of simulation exercise. With the help of our AI tools, we use several AI tools as such, and we have done a lot of simulation exercise. It might not be big, there are small simulations as things like that, but these simulation exercise has really helped us in developing the skill set for the students. So if we can, use AI in developing the simulation model, it can be small to big, and accordingly, going further, taking it to the next level, if we can have a institute wise model which might change from batch to batch, then I think really this technology, AI, VR, everything can really help us in leveraging this technology in a nice manner. Not taking much of your time, I would like to thank organizers for giving me this opportunities. Thank you so much.